Hey, I'm Kev Mystical. Welcome back to MotoGP 18, where Mario McDonald is sliding a bit, but it's still very close at the top of the championship. Can he regain the lead round the Silverstone circuit in Great Britain? So here goes Mario then, for the first of two possible qualifying efforts in qualifying one. Round this fast and furious circuit. He's going to Corps, going very wide. Such an easy corner to get wrong on a bike. And then the fabulous Maggots and Beckett section, where you just try and balance aggression and control there. Moving through Chapel onto the hanger straight, to provide some fabulous extreme opportunities heading into Stowe. Quite a quick corner, Stowe. But still, you can dive down the inside there or try and set up the exit for Veldon Club. Vilmo slide in the rear there. Nicely into both sections. You can see he's got a buddy out in front as well. He's going out early in qualifying. He's made 59.7 through two sectors. And now you go into the new section, or I still say new section. It's almost a decade old, this complex now. We go into Village, then through the loop. We head back down through Aintree and the Wellington Straight. That's quite an abysmal run onto the Wellington Straight. Normally you actually want to be building speed up, not slowing it down. Into Brooklands, another good passing spot. And Loughborough as well. Any corner's a good passing spot for a bike, I guess. Especially around Silverstone. Most of these corners you can just dive down the inside even and make a pass. Maybe not through Woodcote, as Mario does a 57.1. Not the best that. Once again wide through Stowe. Probably looking to be in the 55s to make it through to qualifying two. Oh, nowhere near that standard at the moment. Let's go through Maggots and Beckett's a bit wide. I know he is half a second up, but that's a poor run onto the hanger straight. And you go a bit too much aggression, not enough control showing there. From the long time championship leader. Up until Sachsenring, it looked like he's only going to build a lead. But since then, having a dreadful race there. Well, I say dreadful race, fantastic ride through the field, but not getting the result he perhaps deserved with his pace. Then seeing what happened in Brno. And last time out in Austria as well. So getting a bit shy maybe, that championship lead. In races there's been a heck of a lot of mistakes, not necessarily his own that he created, but he's looking to do much better around here. On a circuit should be good on this Aprilia. Still handles very well, the Aprilia. It's all Bradley Smith at the top now, 56.4, 56.3 for Spargo. 55.9 for Rabat. 55.8 for Mario. There's enough to sneak through along with Rabat ahead of Alicia Spargo. Good qualifying for once on his Aprilia. Ahead of Bradley Smith to home here on the KTM and his teammate Paul Spargo on the 5th row. For the first time this season, maybe the Spargo brothers on the same row. And you've got Battista Petrucci down on the 7th row, on the 6th row should I say, alongside Serin. And then on the 7th row, Danny Pedrosa leads it ahead of Morbidelli and Simeon. Then the 8th row, Luti Redding in his home race alongside Nakagami with Kameyabam in last. So here goes Mario then for his one effort in qualifying two. Trying to get maybe into the 54 to be right up there. The top guys. Another fabulous start through Klops, as he's got very Suzuki in front. He managed to get ahead of, I think that's Rins. He's go through Maggots and Beckett. Hook that up and then nice and smooth on the power. Not that good onto the hanger straight though. I hope he doesn't get the Suzuki getting some slipstream and maybe annoying him this lap. So Mo a bit wide through Stowe. But as long as you get on the power early, that's all that matters on that exit. We go through Vale. And then Club. And past the ring. That's 59.4. That's quicker than in qualifying 1. So a bit wide through Farm. Chasing the bike into Village. And they use a lot of brake just to get it slowed down. And out the loop through Aintree. Touch better maybe. We'll see at the end of that. So lots of brake again for Mayo into these corners. Pretty not slowing down well in this lap. Seems to be decent accelerating though. Let's go through Woodcote. Across the line, 55.2. Well, that's just stupid, isn't it? Mayo on pole by a second ahead of Marquez and Dovi. With Rossi leading the second row of Crutchlow and Vinales. Then Rins cycling in on the third row. And Lorenzo, Miller and Rabat on the fourth row with times that would be better in the wet than in the dry. What the hell? Let's see if Mayo can finally grab a race result. So here's Mayo on pole, winner story by now. Probably going to finish in 15th or something. So as we get underway in Silverstone. Once again, the Aprilia forgets to accelerate at the start. As Mayo just about holding off for their end zone, Rins and Crutchlow to hold on to third. But look at Marcus and Dovi audio over each other. There's all Rins down behind. So is Lorenzo. So the fast starters already fast forwarders. As Rabat up to 8th on his Avintia, ahead of Jack Miller's Premac. It's Mayo into Stowe. Making sure he's hitting that apex. We've got Ross and Crutchlow behind, back then over 4th. Vino and in Sarko over 6th. It's Mayo through Vale. Just about holding off Crutchlow. Then Rossi just wants to pummel his side for no reason. Here comes Zarco as well. Whoa, Zarco, what are you doing, man? Maybe a bit too ambitious from the Frenchman, that. Because he gets a bit leery on the exit, on the power. No, just about holds on into Village. He wants to be catching up to the top two, not concentrate on looking behind. He's 8 tenths or second behind Dovi. Marcus leads. Got Abraham and Morbidelli battling over 18. Crutchlow into the top 5 head of Zarco. Fabregas still recovering after sort of tete-a-tete with Mayo. It's Rabat back into the top 10 head of Petrucci. That's 56.9 for Marcus on opening that. Not bad at all. You can see Baptiste around out of top 10 behind Rabat now. Definitely a race for Ducati, then. So trying to catch up to this top 2 for this first section where he's pretty strong. And he just can't get on the power for the hanger straight. Loses a couple of tenths just like that. Fortunately, might have the Yamahas in tow now as well. We're heading into Stoke. Abraham really wants that 18th. Little more Morbidelli as well. You going, Mayo? There's a corner back there. That's a rejoin down in 6th. Poor riding for Mayo. Well, Vinales having to bout his way through the field. 19th with Mayo down the inside of Zuka Midi back into the top 5. Down the inside of Rossi as well. No quarter given. Mayo wants his 3rd back. He's right behind Zarco. Go on, these are low attempts. This bike's just not performing, getting on the power. Sliding everywhere for Mayo, just can't be consistent on acceleration, getting these speeds for these long straights. And you've seen the braking's not been good as well so far. There's Vinales already up to 17th ahead of Luti. There's Miller and Petrucci, the Pramax battling over 7th. Morbidelli about battling over 21st, he really is dropping back. He does a 55.4 despite a massive mistake like that. As he really gets to know Zarco through Corps. Onto his 3rd. You can see the top 2 getting away. But he goes down the inside of Zarco. Grabs back 3rd. As Johan goes down, I think he did. I'm Redding who's up to 12th. Getting some home points. There's Mayo 1.3 behind Dovi. It's once again Mayo so wide in Stowe. There's a Sparker up to 13 of everything now. This is Priya getting all the points. Mayo just about gets it through Veldon Club, but Rossi around the outside. Has he made it stick? The MI has. Mayo back down the 3rd of Bradley Smith and the points for KTM on home turf. Mayo down the inside of Rossi. Once again. For Abbey and Farben, Rossi down. Mayo taking no prisoners. He is riding angry. He's riding hard on this Aprilia just to get onto a podium. He wants some champagne again. It has been a while. He's 2.2 behind Dovi. Got Rins in 21st, then Morbidelli. As he go into Brooklands. Now he's got the Maniac. Crazy Joe and Dre and Linoni behind him. As Sarko up to 16 ahead of Bradley Smith. There goes the dream for Bradley Smith. Points in his KTM on home turf. And Nakagami's dream of points out the window as well in his LCR. Down to 16th at the expense of Zarco. As he goes into the second of the race, Vinales into the top 10 of Serin. What a crazy order we've got behind. Rossi down in 18th, battling Luti. Mayo's holding on. 2/3 ahead of Petrucci. He's 2.5 behind Dovi. I don't see he's catching the top 2, Mayo. I think that much is clear. As he gets into Stowe for once. Rossi up to 17 ahead of Bradley Smith. With a pretty decent Vale and club for once. Even then he's lost half a second just by hitting apexes. He's got Petrucci all over his arse as well. But then Mayo does gain that all back in this section, so give and take. We'll hold that. As Rossi back into the points ahead of Alicia Spargo. No! Aprilia buddy. Still not set to get some points. That's why Petrucci with the dive into 3rd. With confidence as well from Dinero. On his former teammate, he wants it back immediately, does Mayo. It's Vinales ahead of Rabat for 8th. There's all Mayo with a very tight line there through Woodcote. It's got Eno, Miller, Crutchlow, Vinales behind. As on this penultimate lap, suddenly Mayo's battling hard for a podium. The Premac. Can he make it stick through Maggots? Oh, he's trying to. Petrucci not giving any inch to his former teammate. As they've lost a second to the top two in that final lap. It's going to be more now per lap with them battling that hard. As we've got Vinales up to 7 ahead of Crutchlow. As well, here comes Iannone from nowhere, joining in the fun. It's Mayo now under attack from the other Premac of Miller. Look at Iannone getting away in third now. It's Mayo down the inside of Petrucci, almost into the back of Iannone. As he goes through farm, finds a gap. Only a motorbike can fit through that gap, but Mayo finds it. He holds off Iannone into the loop. Or does he? Iannone trying to take him back, and Iannone goes down. What is he thinking, Iannone? Sure, you can try to cut back, but give up. There's never space there. There's not a Premax past their former teammate. Both of them, or are they? Mayo takes back fourth as you head on to the final lap. With Marcus winning ahead of Dovi. And Mayo over Petrucci with Miller behind. We've got a double Premac top 5. Or triple if you count the throwback of Mayo being there as well. In what order will they finish this way? It's Mayo over Petrucci. He's got to find a way by. He wants to get on the podium again. Look at that, he just loses like half a second or something. Just an acceleration. Gains it all back under braking for Stowe. That's Rossi up to 12th ahead of Surin. Oh, Surin not happy about that. It's Paul Sparker in last. What the hell? Mayo tries to get on the power, but he's lost like a second to Petrucci just by accelerating. Let's see if he can gain it back in this sector, otherwise he will kiss goodbye to a podium. He's got to nail the loop. Just not happening. Mayo, no, the boy just does not want to go into the corner. Petrucci's stolen third. Can Mayo hold on to fourth ahead of Miller now? That's the story. Or Vinales. He's back. It's on the final lap. They go side by side and Vinales has stolen it, hasn't he? Oh, as here comes Mayo around the outside. He's got fourth. As that Aprilia was abysmal in those cooler conditions. No acceleration, no braking. As Marquez wins ahead of Dovi by 6/10. Then we got Petrucci, Vinales and McDonald down in 5th. Mugged by Vinales on the final lap. I'm sure he's so happy about that. With Miller in 6th, Lorenzo, Crutchlow, Zarco. Baptista rounds out the top 10 of Rabat, Rossi, Surin, Rins and Iannone in 15th after all of his own doing. As Pedrosa down in 24th. Abraham in last. So in the Riders' Championship, Mayo down to 4th now as Marquez grabs the championship lead by 2 points ahead of Dovi. Vinales in 3rd, Rossi in 5th, 34 points back. But it's still just 13 points separating the top 4. Then you've got Lorenzo, Petrucci, Zarco and Crutchlow. With Miller rounding out the top 10 ahead of Rins. Then Pedrosa, Iannone, Battista, Parswago, Rabat, in, and Scott Redding in 18th, with Xavier Simon getting a wooden spoon. On the constructors, Yamaha 17 points ahead of Honda, 17 points ahead of Ducati, who are 15 points ahead of Aprilia. Then there's the Suzuki and KTM. On the team championship, Yamaha 45 points ahead of Ducati, who are 42 ahead of Honda. And Pramac for 16 points ahead of Aprilia. Then you've got Suzuki, Tech3, LCR, Angonetto, KTM, and Avintia. LCR Mark VDS in last. So for Mario, once again, he's achieved what the team wanted, but he's falling back again in the championship. And that's what matters the most. Has Marcos correct the perfect combination with his bike? Beating him now will be tough. He didn't say that about Dovi last time. Then in Moto 2 is Alex Marquez ahead of Baldessari and Olivier. Well, in Moto 3, Bezzecchi. One of the Martin and Bastianini. What the hell happened there? As it's going to be a party once again in the Marquez household. As for Mario heading to his home race, what can he improve? As the frame was all over the place, the brakes, the suspension, everything was poor. Acceleration. What can he do to improve it? Maybe increase the braking power. Maybe increase the frame, getting it into corners and out of corners. Or just aerodynamics, get the bike through the corners a bit quicker or accelerate a bit quicker. Maybe it's going to be the brakes, I think, on this occasion. It's got to be the brakes, hasn't it? Prevent them from locking. Increase the braking power. Nah, prevent the locking. I think it's going to be a bit more of the wiser choice. Let's head into his home race, the longer race, remember, the second one of the season. Rather than the Mazzano World Circuit, Marco Simoncelli. The San Marino rider is falling back in the championship after a poor run of form after his win in the previous longer race in Assen. Can he repeat the trick round the Mazzano Circuit and grab back that championship lead in one of these longer races? So unfortunately, we'll find out next time.